Hey, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year. With the new year now started, this is my first video for 2024 and it still feels weird saying 24. One of my goals for this year is I want to do a training routine with my dog Penny and maybe my dog Millie, depending how it goes, but definitely with Penny. So it's the type of routine that you would maybe see at a show, not like agility, but tricks. I know I've seen similar routines on something like America's Got Talent, where the dog does a bunch of tricks and the human kind of reacts, or they do tricks together, or they have like a scene that they act out. So I want to do a kind of series of tricks that builds into a scene, but I'm not thinking that big. I'm thinking a bit smaller, maybe doing 4 or 5 tricks that kind of stack up on top of each other and create kind of a story. And I'm approaching training as fun, as a bonding activity, as something that my dog and I can do together instead of teaching for obedience or shaping their behavior so that they act a certain way. Instead, this is a fun activity that we are doing together. But you can use this planning schedule that I'm going to show you for obedience training or any type of training that you want to do. I would also like to do a little short sequence with my cat Zorro. Zorro is very food motivated and it's taken a lot of time to actually get him to not grab the food from my hands when I do teach him something. I have done some videos before on clicker training with cats or using a target stick with cats, and yes, you can train cats very similarly to how you can train dogs. You can train them to do tricks and all sorts of things. So I would like to maybe incorporate Zorro in the training as well and teach him a little sequence. I know you can also do this with birds, rabbits as well. I've seen rabbit agility competitions, which is a little bit different, but similar. You're still teaching them a series of tricks. And I'm sure you can do it with most animals. All you need is an animal that is food motivated. You need to be patient, consistent, and you need to approach it from a place of having fun and being really relaxed about it. But of course, for this video, I'm going to focus on dogs, but most of this can be applied to cats as well. So when doing any sort of training, whether it's for obedience or for fun, to learn tricks or a sequence, you need to have a plan and a goal or an outcome. So very first thing, you need to have your goal, your outcome. What do you want the finished end to look like? Whether that's, I don't want my dog to bark when the doorbell rings, or I don't want my cat to jump on the counter, or I want to have a sequence of 4 or 5 tricks that my dog does that creates a little story. Once you have your goal, you need to have a plan. There are some things that you need to include in your plan. One of the things that I find the most helpful is to include a time of day that you are going to set aside for training. And how many days a week do you want to train? How long do you want your sessions to be? And this can really depend on your animal, the age of your animal, how familiar your animal is with training sessions, and the personality of your animal as well. Some dogs, like working dogs, like cattle dogs, which my dog Penny is. She's a border collie heeler mix. And those types of dogs really love training. They love working. They love figuring things out, critical thinking, problem solving. And this is really an enrichment activity for them. And they're really motivated to learn. They're really motivated to work with me. So definitely consider your animal's personality and also how motivated they are to work. So now you have your goal and you have the time of day that you're going to set aside. The time of day is really important to make sure that you actually get it done, that you make the time to do it. You really only need maybe 10-15 minutes a day. So where can you fit that 10-15 minutes in to really have this quality time with your animal? Sessions do not need to be long. Some days your session may only be 5 minutes, especially if this is something new for you and your dog. And of course, you need to have some rewards because we do reward-based training, positive reinforcement. What is your animal motivated by? This could be food, this could be play or a toy, this could be verbal praise. All animals are different. If you don't know what your animal is motivated by, figure that out first. Also, different types of food may be more motivating than other types of food. Find something that your animal is really excited and motivated to work for. And you also need an intention. So a goal is a little different from an intention. Intention is more based on how you want to feel and how you want your animal to feel. A goal is something more tangible, something that you can kind of touch, that you have physical evidence of. And an intention is something that you just feel, that you just know. So a really good intention is to have fun, to grow our bond, to play, and to provide enrichment. So that is my intention for this sequence that I'm going to be doing this year with my dog. Now I need to break down my goal. So I have my big goal, which is to do a sequence or a routine, 4 or 5 tricks that create a story. Now I need to actually figure out what these 4 or 5 tricks are going to be. Of course, if your dog doesn't know things like sit, wait, stay, and if they aren't able to pay attention to you or remain calm when you have food around, those are things that you are going to need to teach first. So your dog or your animal should have these basic things mastered so that you are able to work on top of them and teach more. If your dog doesn't know to sit or doesn't know to look at you and listen to you, you won't be able to teach tricks that are a little more advanced. So consider where your animal is right now. Maybe you need to teach the basics first, or maybe you're ready to step into one of the more advanced tricks. So you're going to break down your routine into smaller steps. So I've picked 4 tricks. The first one is hold, where she's going to hold an item in her mouth. The second one is leap over top of me. The third is ashamed or embarrassed, where she covers her nose with her paws. The fourth is to shake her head no or to nod her head yes. And the fifth is to pull up a blanket. Another trick is fetch your bear. So now that I have the routine, the sequence, the steps, I need to break down each trick even more. So I'm going to start with the first trick, which is hold. So breaking that down, I need her to learn to pick something up in her mouth or to take what I'm giving her. So that's step 1. And then I need her to hold it. So I need to increase the time that she holds it in her mouth before she drops it. Maybe increase it by 1 second, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. So break down each trick into further smaller steps. So I like to keep a record of this and to record it. So I'm going to write it all down in my chart. And I'm going to check off when she has mastered it, and just for fun, because I like to just observe and record patterns and keeping record, and I find it fun to look back and see how long it took her to do things. I'm going to record the date that I started the trick and the date that I feel she has mastered it. I'm also going to record each session that we have. I'm going to put the date, how long the session was. For successful, I'm going to put down how many times she did it correctly, and for attempts, these are the times that she didn't do it correctly. So I'm just going to keep a tally. And then under challenges, this is just kind of a note section where I can write anything down that I feel is important or that will help me for the future. And I'm going to focus on one trick and one step of that trick at a time, so everything is separate instead of throwing everything her at once, doing a little bit here and a little bit there, sticking with one until she's mastered it and then moving on to the next. But of course, keeping consistent and repeating the one that she has mastered while learning the next so that she doesn't forget and so that she knows this is going to be a routine. They all are going to tie together. So always building up, repeating what you know and then practicing the new. But each step will be taught separately before combining. As I mentioned earlier, sessions are going to be short, they're going to be frequent, and really just watching how long she stays engaged and motivated and she's having fun and she's happy. The minute she's distracted or just doesn't seem to want to do it, or I'm getting frustrated or she's getting frustrated, if we're just not getting it, we're going to stop. We're going to end each session on a positive, because remember, the intention is to have fun and to grow our bond and to work together. Most importantly, remember to keep it fun, to keep it enjoyable, to be flexible. Even though I have these steps and this routine that I want to do, it may change throughout the year. Maybe something will be too hard for her, or maybe something will be too easy, or maybe I decide I want to do something else. Even though you have a plan and a schedule, be flexible. Even though you have a time of day that you're going to train, if you can't, switch the time. Be flexible, keep it fun, keep it light. Adapt to your dog's progress, adapt to your dog's capabilities, your dog's level. Make sure that your dog is always comfortable, that your dog is always happy and enjoying the process. And I think it's going to be a really neat thing to document throughout the year, and hopefully at the end of the year, December 2024, we'll have a really fun routine. Hopefully I can get a routine with my cat as well. We'll see how it goes. But I hope this video was helpful and gave you some insights into maybe something that you can do for fun and bonding activity with your dog. Also, speaking of goals, another goal that I have for this year is to do some book reviews on this channel on dog training, dog behavior, cat training, cat behavior. I have a lot of books that I've read that maybe I want to reread and share with you because they've really helped me grow a lot, learn a lot as a dog trainer. And they're books that anyone interested in dogs should read. So doing a little review summary of them on this channel I think will be fun. And I'm also going to include some new books. So hopefully I'll be able to do one of those a month with you. I'll share some books that I am interested in doing. Some of these books I have read already that I want to reread. Some of them I haven't read yet and they've been sitting on my shelf and I've been wanting to read them. So maybe this will motivate me to actually read them, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. If you are interested in any of the books and you really want to see me review or summarize them, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to do that book. But these are just some of the ones that I am considering. I have some on my Kindle and then some the actual books. So let's take a look at them. Okay, so these are some of the books that I've been thinking of. Energy Healing for Animals by Joan Ranquet. Also, Buddhism for Pet Lovers by David Mitchie. Talking with Dogs and Cats by Tim Link. Also, The Secret Language of Dogs by Victoria Stilwell. Soul Dog by Elena Manns. A Dog's World by Jessica Pierce and Mark Beckhoff. Wonder Dog by Jules Howard. The Forever Dog by Rodney Habib and Karen Shaw Becker. And A Modern Dog's Life, How to Do the Best for Your Dog by Paul McGravy. And for the cat books, The Healing Touch for Cats by Michelle W. Fox. The Inner Life of Cats by Thomas McName. And Purr by Zazie Todd. I read Wag by Zazie Todd, and that's a really good one. And Trixie is beside all the books, so let's just say hi to her. See if she wants to come out. I'll give her a sunflower seed. These are her favorite, and I love just watching her eat them with her little feet. And then when it comes to my Kindle, the books that I'm thinking of is The Way of Life Method by Suha Ezedin, Raising Naturally Healthy Pets by Judy Morgan, What Your Vet Never Told You by Odette Sutter, and Canine Enrichment for the Real World
by Ali Bender and Emily Strong, Indoor Cat by Laura Moss and Lynn Barr, obviously, I won't be able to get to all of these books. A few more are Unleashing Your Dog by Mark Bekoff and Jessica Pierce. Another one is Canine Confidential by Mark Beoff. So which ones seem the most interesting to you? And let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do those ones first or make sure that I get those done.
Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.